In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can grow your email list by 700 to 800 email subscribers per month by taking a look inside of my email software and showing you the systems that I've set up. In the last several videos, we've been covering Pinterest and how to drive explosive amounts of traffic back to your website. Now, once you've got this traffic coming to your website, you want to capture it onto an email list. Your email list is a tool you can use to connect with your audience on a more personal level, unlike social media where somebody may not log in all the time or they might engage differently on social media than they do through email. Another thing I love about email marketing is you own your email list. If a social media site like Vine was to shut down, which Vine did end up shutting down, you don't lose all those followers with an email list. You still have everyone subscribed to your list. You can still communicate to them by just pressing this button that sends out a big broadcast email to your entire list. I also love email marketing because you can do it on autopilot, sending emails while you sleep or while you're doing other activities throughout the day, depending on what time frame you're set up your email sequence to go out to your new email subscribers. So this automation feature and the fact that you own your list are two key reasons why email marketing is super important to your business. When it comes to getting 700 to 800 new email subscribers on my list every month, it has to do with two things. And these are the same things that apply to other email marketers who are out there getting 1,000, 5,000, even 10,000 subscribers on their list every month. The two factors are number one, website traffic. How many people are stopping by your website, reading your blog articles, and scrolling through your different pages? Number two, conversion rate. Out of all these people stopping by your website, how well does your website convert them from cold traffic into email subscribers? So you don't have to be a big website getting hundreds of thousands of page views every month to have a decent email list size. Instead, if you increase your conversion rate, you can also grow your email list at the similar rate as a big website who might have a smaller conversion rate. So the two kind of work in opposites. So let's say you're a small website that's got 1,000 people stopping by and you convert at about 5% right now. So that would be about 50 email subscribers per month you're getting out of those 1,000 people who stop by your website. So one quick fix could just be to double your opt-in rate. So instead of 5%, you get 10% of people to opt in. So in order to do that, we're going to be covering some tips in future episodes on how to optimize your landing page, how to tweak your headlines and your opt-in form, and how to change up what you're offering and find out what your audience really wants. By doing these little tweaks, you can instantly double, triple, quadruple your conversion rates, and that will also double, triple, quadruple the number of email subscribers you get on your list each month. Then step two is just drive more traffic through your website, and now that you've optimized your conversion rate and it's converting at a high rate, the more traffic you send, the more subscribers you're going to get. Now today, we're going to dive into my computer screen and I'm actually going to show you the process I'm using to generate 700 to 800 new email subscribers per month. And then the next several episodes, we're going to start diving into opt-in freebies, opt-in forms, sales pages, conversion rates, and other things you need to learn about email marketing. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you turn on notifications because you're not going to want to miss these emails on list building. All right, let's go ahead and dive into my computer screen now, and I'll show you the steps you can take to start building your email list. So here we are inside of ConvertKit. This is the email software I'm currently using to build my list. One thing I love about ConvertKit is when you first sign in on the homepage here, they give you a detailed display of your subscribers. So I can see today I've already gained 6 subscribers. I've gained 192 over the past 7 days. I've gained over 700 subscribers in the last 30 days, and we're at 4,000 total. So we can see a breakdown graph here day by day of the different milestones. So a couple days ago, we had a huge spike, almost 60 subscribers joined, followed up by a couple big days after that. And then things have come back down to normal, where we get between 15 to 30 subscribers per day. Now today, we are getting subscribers from a multitude of sources. You can scroll down here and see these different colored charts. So these are different opt-in forms. So down here, I've got lots of different opt-in forms. As I scroll down the page, you can see here, that I've got running on different websites and on different landing pages. So I can track which pages are successful and which pages are not successful. So let's talk about that. For example, when you create a brand new opt-in form, like I've done here, creating these different opt-in incentives, and I've created opt-in forms to go with them, it always tracks how many people saw that opt-in form. So you can consider this kind of as a sales page in a way. So what I like to do is create a separate opt-in form for each of my pages that I'm testing. So if I've got a landing page that's going to talk about how they can opt in for the 10 short game drills, or I have a landing page where they can opt in for my 15 golf drills, or perhaps my 22 golf tips, these could be 3 separate landing pages that I create. So I would set these forms on each of those 3 pages, and then every time traffic ends up on those landing pages, it counts as a visitor. So let's say I was putting this out on Pinterest, like we've kind of been talking about driving traffic to your website through Pinterest lately in the previous episodes you can catch up on. So let's say I made a pin promoting this landing page on Pinterest. All of a sudden I got 100 visitors to it. Then I can track how many subscribers I got out of those 100 visitors, and it'll give me a conversion rate here. So if we got 100 people and maybe 40 of them subscribed, we'd be at a 40% conversion rate for that landing page. Now my golf tips or 22 golf tips landing page, maybe we drive eventually 100 people to this page as well, and we see it only converted 18 subscribers for 18%. Now that could be one of 2 things. Number 1, it could be the offer. Here I'm giving away 10 short game drills. Here I'm giving away 22 tips they can download. Whereas it could also be the landing page itself. Perhaps we used a different landing page headline, different design than we did for the second landing page. So in the future videos coming up, we're going to get more detailed into split testing to kind of talk about the differentiation of how you can test different opt-in incentives and testing different landing page designs. So today we're just going to be kind of covering the basics, starting off with the opt-in freebie incentive. This is a freebie that you give away to somebody that's reading your blog article or that landed on your landing page in exchange for their contact information, also known as their name and email address. So once they give up their name and email address to you, they get automatic access to this free download that you're giving away. So basically it's called an opt-in freebie incentive because you're incentivizing somebody to join your email list in exchange for giving away something free of value, like a free ebook, a free worksheet, a free checklist, whatever creative opt-in freebie incentive you come up with, that's your offer to them in exchange for their email address. Okay, so in order to capture that email address, you must have an opt-in form on a page. So if we head out here onto my website, for example, asknickfoy.com, right away you can see this pop-up that slides into the screen offering my free 7-day blog course. Enroll in my free 7-day blog course that teaches you how to start a blog and earn extra income. They can enter their name, information, and click the submit button, and boom, they've enrolled into my course. They're on my email list. That's the incentive we're offering here. I've also got the opt-in form right on my home page in the top header area, so it's bright, colorful, it sticks out when they land on my home page. As they scroll down, there's blog articles, which we can click into one of these, and they're also going to have opt-in forms at the bottom of every blog article. So as you scroll down here, I automatically have one inserted via the ConvertKit plugin, which you can install on a WordPress website and connect it to your ConvertKit account. So again, we offer that free 7-day blogging course down here at the bottom. And then what I like to do from time to time is insert different links within the article. So sometimes these links will actually be a pop-up link that'll open up a form they can subscribe, or it might take them over to a targeted landing page so I can track again how many conversions that landing page has. One last thing you can do here is at the top of your article, once you get done with your introduction, sometimes I'll stick a form in right here. I'll embed it into the web page before my article starts. That way, if I can capture them before they get reading the article, that way if eventually they get through about halfway of my article and they leave, they'll never make it down here to the bottom and see that opt-in form we've got all the way down at the very bottom. So that's one thing you can do, is stick one up here at the top, stick one at the bottom. If you have a sidebar like I've got over here on the side of my page, as they're scrolling, their eye might come across these different Pinterest images that I created that link out to different landing pages on my website to try to get them to opt into my newsletter, as well as sending them helpful blog articles as well. So optimize your sidebar, optimize the top of your blog post, insert links that could be clickable pop-up links, or you can have one down here at the very bottom of your post. And again, this is in combination with a general pop-up form that comes on your website. You want to make sure it's mobile friendly so that it's not annoying and hurting your search results in Google. A few other things you can do is link to landing pages up here in your menu bar. Since your menu bar gets a lot of action and gets a lot of clicks, people might end up on your landing page through the menu options. And then lastly, if you want to create specific opt-ins for each individual article you write, so this one happens to be on Pinterest, how to be successful on Pinterest, what I could do is I could turn off that general pop-up that came across the screen pitching my 7-day blog course. And instead what I could do is create a specific opt-in pop-up for that page. So I might offer my 10 best Pinterest traffic tips as a pop-up that comes on the screen. You could set the timer so that it comes on the screen after 3 or 5 seconds, or I can make it longer so that I've made sure they stay on my page for a little while before it shows. You can also set up these pop-ups as a scroll basis. So if they scroll down 25% of my page, then the pop-up happens, or once they scroll 50% or 75%, then this pop-up happens. And in an upcoming episode, we're going to be covering opt-in forms. I'm going to be scrolling down here, clicking this create a form button, and I'm going to actually show you how to set up your opt-in form, how to select the different options, because ConvertKit actually allows you to create pop-up forms that are exit intent. So that's one final tip that can capture a lot of traffic to your email list, is when they go to click out onto another page, or they go to click out on the X button on your browser, that will trigger an exit pop-up that comes up on the screen as kind of a last chance effort to capture them. So that can be set up here in ConvertKit when you're creating your different forms. So again, stay tuned for the upcoming episodes when we cover how to create an opt-in form and optimize it for your website. All right, so once they join your opt-in form, next you've got to have your email system set up to deliver that opt-in freebie. So let's go ahead back on the computer, and I'm going to show you kind of the basics of how this system can be set up. So here again in ConvertKit, your email service should have similar things to this. We can go into the settings of the form, and there's going to be a place where you send out a welcome email, basically an automated triggered email that gets sent out as soon as they press that opt-in button. So this is known as the incentive email inside of ConvertKit. So we can toggle to this tab here, and this is what it would say. So you can choose who it's from. So I can pick my email address. I can customize the subject. So I said important, confirm your download. That way when they see in their inbox the subject line, they'll know what it's for and they won't think it's spam. Then you can detail a message out, and then ConvertKit places a button in the email that they have to click to confirm their subscription. So I like the double opt-in method. So in other words, they get this confirmation email sent to them. They have to click that confirm your subscription button in order to actually join my list. This does one of two things. One, it makes sure they're not spammy robots, that filled out spammy information into your form. It actually is a real person, because this helps eliminate bots that don't know how to click that button. And number two, it makes sure somebody actually wants to be on your email list and they actually want to receive emails from you. They might have just been interested in that opt-in incentive and not actually becoming part of your email community. And you don't want to end up having them unsubscribe that same day or a day later and hurting your opt-in subscribe rates, as well as if they just stayed on the list and decided not to unsubscribe, but then they never open any emails, and then that hurts your open rates and your click-through rates. So to make sure they're the most loyal, dedicated subscribers and kind of set up a filter to make sure these people are actually going to read your emails, I like to use that double confirmation. Okay, so underneath the confirmation email here, you choose what you want to happen once they click this button. So they can either be redirected to a page on your website, like a thank you page, or you can just give them straight up access to that incentive. So here I've linked to the Short Game Drills PDF file that they get upon confirming. Now, if you want to bypass the double opt-in, you can uncheck this here and it'll automatically confirm new subscribers. You can also check mark special options, auto confirm new subscribers. And then that will just bypass this double opt-in email. Instead, once they fill out that form back here on your website and they click on the start your blog button, for example here, that would automatically put them on my Ask Nick Foy newsletter instead of sending out this confirmation email. Now let's go back to the main settings here. So again, what happens when they do click that button? So you can have them redirected to another page, like a thank you page or their freebie, if you're going to go ahead and give it to them before they've actually clicked that confirmation email. So this email automatically gets sent out, but as soon as they click that button, something's got to happen. So you could just show a success message and you could customize what it says, but I like to redirect them to a small mini sales page. So this is going to take them to an offer. So now they've just subscribed to my free opt-in incentive, but I'm also going to redirect them to an offer and see while the momentum's going, if I can keep it going and get them to buy a small, cheap product. Now, down the road, I'm going to pitch more expensive products. That's where your autoresponder or your email newsletter comes into play. So we want to try to get that quick win, that quick sale right when they opt in. And then we're going to try to get them to go that next level up and buy a more top tier product that costs more money. So you're going to need more time to persuade them to buy. So that's where email marketing will help build that relationship, and it'll build that bridge to eventually move them to a sale. Because when they're cold traffic, they don't know you, they don't know who you are, that trust factor isn't there yet. So it's hard to pitch like a $500 product to a brand new subscriber right away. So we want to warm them up and turn them into warm traffic through our email marketing autoresponder. Okay, so they're going to get redirected, and then lastly, we want them automatically enrolled into a sequence known as your autoresponder series. So that's the gist of the settings here in the opt-in form. They opt in over here on the website. Once they click this button, that's where we can choose where they get redirected to. So as soon as they click this button, I'm going to send them to lesson number 1, where they can begin watching my introductory video of the 7-day course. They're also going to get sent this incentive email to their inbox, making sure they want to join my email newsletter. So once they get done taking that 7-day course, they're also going to start getting newsletter emails from me that I'm eventually going to warm them up and try to sell them some kind of course. Then we've got these steps in the main settings where they get enrolled into that newsletter. So again, this step only happens, I go ahead and I choose what funnel I want them to be joined to, but they don't actually get joined yet until they get this incentive email and they click that confirm your subscription button. Now again, in the next video, we're going to go here into the styles tab and the embed tab, form integrations and other options. And we're going to go over the rest of these settings of how to set up your opt-in forms so that you can create whether you want an inline form, a pop-up form, an exit intent form, different settings of how to do that over on your website, and then how to copy the embed code and put it into your website, or how to use these plugins like the ConvertKit plugin to automatically insert forms into your different blog articles and web pages. So that's going to wrap it up for today's introductory video on how you use email marketing to grow your list 700 to 800 subscribers per month. Step 1, we've been talking about the past several videos, and that's to get lots of traffic to your website, whether that's coming from Google search, Facebook ads, or free traffic sources like social media, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook business pages, Snapchat, Reddit, StumbleUpon. So get lots of traffic to your website. Once you've got thousands of people coming to your website every month, you've got to convert that traffic from cold traffic into email subscribers. So that's where today we went over the basics of creating an opt-in incentive that you offer and split testing opt-in incentives to see which one converts best, because different offers might attract different people. Next, we're going to set up email opt-in forms and show you how to, customize them so that they have different functions. Some are going to be pop-ups, some are going to go at the top of your blog post, some are going to be links, others are going to go at the bottom of your blog post, your sidebar, your menu bar. So different locations on your website that people are likely to see and come across. That's going to help increase the odds of them getting on your email list. And then lastly, once they join that opt-in form, you've got to set up all the different settings to give them their freebie incentive, to redirect them to some kind of thank you page or a sales page, and to have them automatically enrolled in your autoresponder series. So as we've covered the basics today of what you need to do, next we're going to show you how to do it in the upcoming episodes. So you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you get updates and you can stay in touch with us when we come out with these upcoming episodes over the next few weeks. Lastly, make sure you check our video description. We've got a lot of resources I've linked to that I think you're going to find helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next upload. Take care.